have you ever felt perfectly fine going to bed, only to wake up with a strange pressure in your head, a slight blur in your vision, or even a feeling of imbalance when you stand up? Now, imagine this. Mary, a 68-year-old retiree from Arizona, had a quiet evening like any other. She watched her favorite show, took her nightly walk, and even felt proud of herself for having a healthy snack before bed. It was fruit, sweet, juicy, natural. She believed she was making a good choice. But just hours later, Mary was rushed to the emergency room. Doctors said she had experienced a mini-stroke, and the shocking part, it was triggered by something she ate, something she thought was good for her. Most people believe fruit is always safe, always healthy, especially for older adults. But that's a dangerous myth, because certain fruits, especially if eaten at the wrong time, can spike your blood sugar, raise your blood pressure, and silently increase your stroke risk overnight. And the worst part? Almost every senior I've spoken with eats this fruit regularly, without realizing the damage it may be doing. In today's video, we're going to expose the one fruit you should never eat before bed if you're over 60. You'll learn how it affects your brain, blood vessels, and heart while you sleep. But more importantly, you'll find out how to make smarter choices that actually protect you from stroke. So I have just one request. Don't click away. Don't skip ahead. Because if you leave even one part out, you might miss the detail that makes all the difference. And trust me, if you or a loved one is over 60, this could be the most important health information you hear this year. Stay with me to the end. And if you haven't already, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. Because every week, I uncover hidden health risks, natural remedies, and senior-specific solutions you won't hear on the evening news. If you miss the next video, you might miss the one thing that could save your life. Now, let's begin with part 1. The common myth about fruit and stroke risk. For decades, we've been told that fruit is one of the healthiest things you can eat. Doctors recommend it. Diet books praise it. And for many seniors, a bowl of fruit feels like the safest snack on earth. But here's the truth no one wants to talk about. Not all fruits are safe, especially as we age. The human body processes sugar differently after the age of 60. Your metabolism slows, your insulin response weakens, and your blood vessels become more fragile. That means something as simple as a high-sugar fruit can cause a dangerous spike in blood sugar and blood pressure, especially when eaten late in the day. You see, when you eat a fruit that's high in natural sugar, like fructose, your blood sugar may rise rapidly. In a younger person, the body can often balance this out. But for someone over 60, it can put sudden pressure on the arteries, especially overnight when your body is at rest. The result? Increased stress on blood vessels in the brain. And in some cases, it's enough to trigger a mini-stroke before the sun even rises. And yet millions of older adults eat these fruits daily, thinking they're doing the right thing. So, what went wrong? It's the myth. The belief that all fruit is good fruit. In reality, some fruits, particularly the very sweet, high-glycemic kinds, can be extremely risky when eaten at the wrong time or in the wrong combination. And in the next part of this video, I'll reveal exactly how this process works, how one late-night fruit choice can quietly raise your stroke risk while you sleep, and why most people never see it coming until it's too late. But before we continue, let me ask, have you ever had fruit before bed, or replaced dinner with a bowl of fruit, thinking it was the healthier option? If so, keep watching. What you're about to learn could change your entire approach to eating as you age. Now, let's move into part 2. What really happens in your body when you eat this fruit before bed? Let's go back to Mary for a moment. The night she had her mini-stroke, she didn't drink alcohol. She didn't eat processed junk. She didn't even stay up late. She simply had a bowl of sliced fruit an hour before bed, something she'd done for years. But this time, it hit differently. Why? Because as you get older, your body becomes far less forgiving. Your pancreas doesn't release insulin as efficiently. Your blood becomes thicker as hydration levels drop. And your blood vessels, especially in the brain, become narrower, stiffer, and more fragile. So, when you introduce a fruit that's high in natural sugar, like fructose, right before your body goes into rest mode, you're essentially setting the stage for a perfect storm. Your blood sugar spikes quickly. Your blood pressure follows. And your body, now inactive and horizontal, struggles to stabilize both. Meanwhile, deep inside your brain, small vessels are under sudden pressure. If one of them bursts, or even tightens too much, it can restrict oxygen flow to a small area of the brain. That's how silent strokes happen. And the terrifying thing is, many people don't even know they've had one until it's too late. They just wake up with a numb hand, or slurred speech, or difficulty focusing, and they have no idea it may have started with something they thought was healthy. Now, I'm not saying fruit is bad, but I am saying that certain fruits, when eaten at the wrong time, especially by someone over 60, can quietly elevate stroke risk overnight. In the next section, I'll finally reveal which fruit Mary ate that night. It's one that nearly every household in America keeps stocked in the kitchen, and it may be sitting in your fridge right now. But before we go there, I want you to think about something. If one simple food choice can raise your risk this much, what other healthy habits might be secretly working against you? That's exactly why I created this channel, for seniors like you who want the truth, not trends. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Because every week, I'll bring you facts that can help you avoid dangerous mistakes, take back your health, and stay independent as you age. Now, let's move to part 3, the fruit that nearly took Mary's life. So what was the fruit that nearly triggered a full stroke in Mary? Grapes, yes, grapes. Those tiny, harmless-looking, sweet little spheres you've probably snacked on your entire life. Mary had a bowl of red grapes that night, seedless, cold, fresh from the fridge. She told herself, "It's natural sugar. It's not candy. This has to be good for me." But here's what most people don't realize. Grapes are among the highest sugar fruits per bite. They have a very high glycemic load, which means they rapidly increase blood sugar, even more so when you eat them without any protein or fat to slow absorption. And when you're over 60, that sugar doesn't just affect your energy levels. It hits your bloodstream like a tidal wave. Mary's blood sugar spiked fast. Her body rushed to pump out insulin, but it couldn't keep up. That sudden surge in glucose raised her blood pressure. And during the hours she was asleep, one fragile blood vessel in her brain gave out. Just a tiny leak, but enough to cause a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, a mini-stroke, and she never saw it coming. The tragedy is, this could have been prevented with one simple change. You see, the problem wasn't the grapes themselves. It was the context. When she ate them, how she ate them, and what she didn't eat with them. That's why I want you to pause for a moment and think. Have you ever eaten grapes at night, or fruit salad for dinner, or used fruit as a light snack before bed? You're not alone. Millions of seniors are doing this, thinking they're making a healthier choice, when in reality, they could be quietly increasing their stroke risk every single night. But here's the good news. In the next part of this video, I'll show you exactly how to enjoy fruit, yes, even grapes, safely. You'll learn what to combine them with, the best time of day to eat them, and how to turn fruit into a tool for healing instead of harm. But don't skip ahead, because the next few minutes could be the difference between strengthening your heart or ending up in the emergency room like Mary. Let's move on to part 4, the mistakes most seniors make when eating fruit. Mary's story is not unique. In fact, as I started talking to more seniors, I noticed the same pattern over and over again. Well-meaning people trying to eat healthy, but unknowingly making mistakes that were working against them. Let's talk about the most common ones. Mistake number 1. Eating fruit on an empty stomach. Many older adults wake up and reach for fruit first thing in the morning, thinking it's light, refreshing, and good for digestion. But here's what really happens. When your stomach is empty, and you introduce a high-sugar fruit, like grapes, mangoes, or even bananas, there's no buffer, no fiber from vegetables, no protein, no healthy fat. So, the sugar rushes straight into your bloodstream. It gives you a temporary boost, yes, but that's followed by a crash. And worse, for someone over 60, it creates dangerous fluctuations in blood pressure and insulin levels. Mistake number 2. Eating fruit late at night. Your body's metabolism naturally slows down in the evening. Your blood flow slows. Your digestion slows. But most people don't slow down their eating habits. Fruit at night, especially sweet fruit, can spike blood sugar while you sleep. And your body, now inactive, struggles to bring it down. This is exactly what happened to Mary. She didn't feel anything wrong at first. No chest pain, no headache. But hours later, her blood pressure spiked and her brain couldn't handle the sudden pressure change. Mistake number 3. Believing natural sugar is harmless. The label natural makes us feel safe. But sugar, natural or not, still affects the body. And for seniors, whose arteries may already be narrowed, even small spikes in glucose can increase stroke risk. So, what should you do? That's exactly what I'll cover in the next section. How to choose the right fruits, eat them at the right time, and combine them with other foods to actually protect your brain, heart, and blood vessels. But before we move on, I want to ask you something. Have you made any of these mistakes? If so, don't feel bad. You're not alone, and you're not too late. Awareness is the first step. And just by watching this far, you're already doing more for your health than most people ever will. So stay with me, because the next part is where things really start to change. Coming up, Part 5. The smart way to eat fruit after Sahur. Now that you know what not to do, let's talk about what you can do. Because here's the truth. Fruit doesn't have to be the enemy. In fact, when eaten correctly, certain fruits can actually support brain health, balance blood pressure, and even protect your heart. But the key is how, when, and what you eat. Let's break it down. Rule number 1. Choose low glycemic fruits. These are fruits that release sugar slowly into your bloodstream, avoiding sharp spikes. Examples include berries like blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, apples, especially green ones, grapefruit, kiwi, pears. These fruits are rich in fiber and antioxidants, and they help stabilize blood sugar rather than spike it. Rule number 2. Pair fruit with protein or healthy fat. Instead of eating fruit by itself, combine it with foods that slow down sugar absorption. Try this: apple slices with almond butter, berries with Greek yogurt, pears with a small handful of walnuts. These combinations do more than just taste good. They help keep your blood sugar steady, protect your blood vessels, and leave you feeling full longer. Rule number 3. Eat fruit earlier in the day. Your body processes sugar better in the morning or early afternoon. When you're more active, your metabolism is higher and your digestion is stronger. The worst time to eat fruit? Late at night, especially right before bed. If you want something sweet in the evening, choose a light herbal tea or a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's gentle, calming, and won't put your blood vessels under pressure while you sleep. Rule number 4. Be mindful of how ripe the fruit is. The riper the fruit, the higher the sugar. Bananas with brown spots, soft, overripe mangoes, or extra sweet grapes might taste great, but they hit your bloodstream fast. So, whenever possible, choose fruit that's firm, fresh, and not overly sweet. Now, I know this might feel like a lot to remember, but here's the good news. You don't have to give up fruit. You just need to understand how it works with your body at this stage of life. And now that you do, you're already ahead of 90 seniors out there. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a simple daily routine you can follow. One that includes fruit in a safe, nourishing way. It's coming up next in Part 6, Your Safe and Healthy Daily Fruit Plan. If you've found value so far, please consider subscribing, because if this video helped you, the next one could save your life, or the life of someone you love. Let's move on to Part 6. Let's take everything we've learned and turn it into something you can actually use, starting today. Here's a simple, senior-friendly fruit plan that helps you enjoy the benefits of fruit without the risks. Morning. The best time to eat fruit. This is when your metabolism is most active and your body can handle a little natural sugar. Try this: a small bowl of oatmeal topped with blueberries and a few chopped walnuts. The oats provide fiber, the berries add antioxidants, and the walnuts give you healthy fats to slow sugar absorption. Or, if you prefer something savory, have an egg and whole grain toast, followed by a sliced apple. This combination gives you energy, helps support muscle maintenance, and keeps your blood sugar balanced for hours. Mid-morning or early afternoon. Ideal time for a fruit snack. Around 10:30 or 2 o'clock p.m. is perfect for a light fruit-based snack. Try half a grapefruit with a small handful of almonds, a pear with low-sugar Greek yogurt, a kiwi with cottage cheese. These options give you fiber, protein, and potassium, nutrients that support your brain, heart, and muscle function. Evening. What to avoid and what to replace. This is where most seniors make mistakes. No sweet fruit before bed. No grapes. No bananas. no mango. Your blood vessels are winding down for the night. Don't flood them with sugar. Instead, try this. Unsweetened chamomile tea. A small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with cinnamon, or even a couple of slices of cucumber with a sprinkle of sea salt if you're feeling snacky. These won't spike your blood sugar, won't raise your stroke risk, and may even help you sleep better. Your 3 golden rules for fruit after 60. Eat fruit earlier in the day. Always combine it with protein or healthy fats. Stick to low glycemic options that are high in fiber. Follow this plan, and you'll still enjoy fruit without fear. No crash, no pressure spike, no silent damage overnight. Now, in the final part of this video, I'll bring it all together for you. We'll revisit Mary's story, summarize your action steps, and leave you with something important. Something I don't want you to forget. So don't click away yet, because everything we've talked about leads to this one final point. Coming up, closing, the one decision that can save your brain and your independence. Let's go back to Mary, because her story doesn't end in the hospital. After her mini-stroke, she made one decision that changed everything. She didn't give up fruit. She didn't go on a crash diet. She simply learned what to eat, when to eat it, and how to make food work for her, not against her. Today, Mary is 70. She walks every morning. She sleeps better at night. And she hasn't had a single episode since that night she gave up grapes before bed. All because she got the right information and acted on it. And now, it's your turn. You've made it this far into the video, and that tells me something about you. You care. You're proactive. And you're not waiting around for a doctor to scare you into action. You want to live stronger, stay sharp, and remain independent for as long as possible. So here's my final message to you. You are not too old. You are not too late. And no matter what you've done in the past, today is a new beginning. One small change in your daily routine can protect your brain, your heart, and your future. If this video helped you, even in a small way, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about, because that healthy habit they're doing might not be as safe as they think. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Every week, I bring you real solutions, backed by science, designed specifically for people over 60. Not trendy fads, not fear-mongering, just practical, proven steps to help you live better, longer. If you miss the next video, you might miss the one that helps you avoid your next fall, your next ER visit, or your next health scare. So go ahead, click that subscribe button. Then check out the videos we've linked below. Start building your health back, one smart decision at a time, because you deserve to grow older without growing weaker, and it all starts with what's on your plate. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.